Right now at noon, storm damage in Carthage after last night's severe storms rolled through parts of the 4 states.
And we're cool and breezy now, much calmer than where we were before, but kind of dreary looking. We're going to take a look at the storms from last night, the storm damage reports, and what our future holds coming up.
And we'll learn about an $18 million proposition on the ballot in Carl Junction today to fund school improvements.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Last night, severe storms brought high-speed winds and hail to parts of the 4 states. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. In Carthage, Missouri, shortly after 9 p.m. last night, reports of a radar-indicated tornado was announced. At the Carthage Square, multiple roadblocks were in place. Take a look at this. Numerous roofs were blown off buildings and windows were blown out. Power is reported to still be out in areas across Carthage, and as of right now, there are no reported injuries, and the city is asking that people avoid the area. We will have updates for you as this story develops. Be sure to check out our website at KOAMnewsnow.com to stay informed.
And we've got ourselves a very cloudy, very dreary, drizzly day out there. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing plenty of clouds. As I mentioned, unfortunately, doesn't pick up drizzle or anything. Just looking at the latest information, just taking a moment to do so in regards to last night's storm. So this is the last 24 hours. We had 3 separate rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms roll through the area. The first started in the I'll say late afternoon, early evening hours across southeastern Kansas and pushed off to the northeast. Then we had that second round. That second round was the one that brought some tornado warnings along with it as it rolled off to the northeast. And the third round was severe as it stayed right along into the south of the I-44 corridor as it rolled through late last night. The first round was the one with some of the largest hail out there. So this is a look at all of the storm reports from last night as they stand right now. Tornado reports, wind damage reports, large hail reports, strong wind reports, all the way up the I-44 corridor across the region. So let's get start. And actually, that one in Cherokee County right behind me is new, just showed up, but there was some damage reported in the Baxter Springs area, but it hadn't been officially put into the system yet, so it's showing up now. We do have wind damage at Stone's Corner, some trees down there. Joplin Airport Automated Weather Station started sending off alerts for winds gusting 72, 73 miles an hour. We've shown you some of the damage in Carthage up there, still at this point listed as wind damage, but a survey team will have to determine if it was more than that or not. We've got wind damage reports into Cedar and Dade counties around the area, as well as hail reports near Cedarville. We head back into southeast Kansas. Caney reporting up to baseball size hail. Wind damage, not necessarily from the wind itself, but from wind driven hail being pushed into windows and buildings. And then also we had damage reports, wind damage reports in Coffeyville, similar situation. And at this point, the only confirmed tornado reports are down in south of Bartlesville, and south of Lenapaw. So a lot going on out there. Let me get to our evening, as I know a lot of you want to know what's going to happen through the rest of the evening. Clouds will begin to clear, and our temperatures are still going to fluctuate, but we'll eventually start to get pretty chilly as we go into the overnight hours, and we'll even have a brief pause in those gusty winds. We're going to talk more about your full forecast and when the warm weather returns here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, we'll see you soon, Chris. Well, the Missouri Department of Conservation would like to remind Missouri residents that there is a way to deal with fallen trees after severe weather has moved through. After a storm, check your tree for any visible damage or if it is leaning in a new direction. If not, your tree is safe and healthy. Don't make decisions right away. Take the time to address any health issues or concerns you or your family may have. Do not top trees. Instead, you can prune lower branches. This will help your tree to recover. Do not hire anyone walking door to door offering to do tree work. They might not be fit to handle tree care or have a business license or insurance. There are correct ways to help your tree recover after a storm, and more information can be found on the Conservation's website. And don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. A fatal crash south of Girard, Kansas claims the life of a Frontenac man. It happened yesterday afternoon around 3:41 p.m. on K7, 9 miles south of Girard. Terry Harper of Frontenac was traveling southbound on K7 when another vehicle was backing out of a private drive and failed to yield. Harper then swerved in an attempt to avoid collision but still hit the other vehicle. Harper then overcorrected, causing the vehicle to overturn. There were no other injuries. A crash yesterday afternoon has claimed the life of a Miami, Oklahoma teenager. Investigators say 19-year-old Seth Hull was driving a car that ran in a stop sign at the intersection of US 69 and East 110 Road, a mile west of Miami. A semi-truck hit the car and Hull died at the scene. There are no other injuries. Well, Joplin police were alerted to a shooting between the two storms yesterday. A man in Joplin was shot last night at 1817 South Main Street. JPD says upon arrival, they found a man with a gunshot wound. The male was then transported to Mercy Hospital. He was considered to be in serious condition. Soon afterwards, Joplin SWAT surrounded a home in the 1500 block of South Wall Street and found no one inside. Authorities say there is one shooter and there is no threat to the public at this time. The mayor of Carthage, Missouri is asking city employees to come forward if they believe they've been targeted by police. Mayor Dan Rife says this call stems from allegations by council member Tiffany Kosey. Rife also says he gave Kosey a deadline of 5 p.m. last Friday to further explain the allegations so an outside investigator can be brought in, but Rife says she did not comply. The severe weather pushed back last night's scheduled Joplin City Council meeting. In a news release, the city says it made the decision after the National Weather Service announced a hazard weather outlook for the Joplin area. The meeting is now scheduled for today at 6 p.m. with the informal council meeting set to begin at 5:15. And today is election day in Missouri and Oklahoma. Voters in both states will head to the polls to fill various local offices. In Missouri, polls opened at 6 a.m. and in Oklahoma, they opened at 7. Polls in both states will remain open until 7 p.m. and you can find more information about the elections on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com/elections. And a quick note for voters in Vernon County today. All City of Nevada voters will vote at the United Methodist Church at 500 South College in Nevada. According to the Vernon County Clerk's office, the center outside does not have anything to vote on today. Voters in Carl Junction today will decide whether to fund more than $18 million in improvements for the school district. The proposal is called Proposition Kids. One area of improvement, upgrading the turf on the baseball and softball fields. It would also add a practice facility for the school's growing archery program. The proposal would also allocate funds for additional projects.
Some safety issues all across campus where we'll put a film on all of our entrances that'll help protect if we have any kind of danger that comes in, an intruder or storms, and some HVAC and some roofing things and other renovations.
The bond would extend the current tax levy that's set to expire in 2034 for another 10 years, meaning taxpayers wouldn't see a change in what they are already paying. Well, coming up, Friends of the Joplin Public Library open a new chapter on their Spring for a Book fundraiser. And later, we're making easy chicken bubble bake in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. Today, Connect to Culture invited Joplin residents out to support Joplin's young artists for the opening of the annual Joplin K-12 Art Show. This year's art show featured a variety of artwork from nearly every Joplin school. The show is free and will run from now until April 16th at the Joplin High School. Friends of the Joplin Public Library opened a new chapter on their annual Spring for a Book fundraiser. The event coincides with the National Library Week. The funds raised during the event will go towards purchasing new books to add to the circulation, specifically for the library's Lucky Day collection of high-demand books. The library's director had plenty to say about the importance of the library as a public resource.
To read is always important. Getting people to come into the library and utilize, not only our books, but our other resources are vital too. So in addition to books, we also, we have meeting rooms that people can book. We also have passport facility acceptance services. You can get your passport here. We have, our Library of Things collection where you can check out a pickleball kit. You can check out puzzles. You can check out any sort of thing, that you just might want to try out or have for a short period of time. So the library resources are very important.
The fundraiser runs from today through Sunday, April 14th. A ribbon cutting in Carthage yesterday celebrates the opening of a new center for family fun. It's called G3. It has bowling, an arcade, a playground, a ninja tag course, and trampoline with plans for mini golf and go-karts in the future. Visitors can buy individual tickets and the facility can be booked for parties and other events. Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
If you're looking for a tasty weeknight dinner that'll have your family running to the table, just wait until you see our bubbling surprise.
Your forecast when the KOAM News at noon returns. We had a rocky night with us yesterday with 3 different rounds of severe thunderstorms across the area. Thankfully, today, while it's colder and breezier, it's a lot calmer in terms of our weather. We've been dealing with spotty showers and sprinkles and drizzle all through the day, so it's not really showing up on radar. In fact, as we showed you earlier, the Skywatch Storm Tracker is clear of any precipitation because the drizzle, the sprinkles, they're just not dense enough for the radar beam to return a signal back on. MoDOT camera 32nd in range line this is our camera on the Cornell Complex in downtown Joplin. It is breezy, gusty northwest winds out there, and those will continue. In fact, they'll be even gustier as we head into our Wednesday. And the KDOT camera on 69 at Kansas Crossing also showing us cloudy skies, because if it was sunny, it would look considerably different. Look at all those sprinkles. I've been running the wiper on our camera at 7th and range line, and those little drizzle spots just keep popping right back up there. We're 45. It does feel like 38. Northwest breeze at 16, gusting upwards of 23 in Joplin. Heading over to the Pittsburgh side, it is cloudy, 45, feeling like 39. Northwest breeze at 12 with gusts upwards of 23 miles an hour. That cold front now well off to our east and sending severe weather through the Appalachians and along the eastern coast as well for today. So what we got yesterday has now moved on out there. Now out to the west, Yates Center, Chanute, Neodesha warmed up a little bit. Even Sedan getting in a little warmer than what we were originally thinking. Not by much, but you can't go wrong with that. Mid-40s really otherwise. That's what we mentioned this morning. It's going to kind of hang out there. We had some early highs today. Might still see 50 degrees for some of us. Otherwise, just kind of hovering in the mid-40s out there with those northwest winds gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour. Heading into this evening, the skies will clear out, and through the late evening hours, the winds will actually, at least for a moment, ease up a bit. Then they'll pick up again overnight. West breeze 10 to 15 start gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour. And as we head into tomorrow, it is going to be sunny, but it is going to be breezy. Gusty winds continuing even more so. Northwest wind at 20 to 25, sustain. Gusts up to 40 out there, and our highs right around the mid-50s. We're going to start to do a little better as we head toward the weekend. Warmer temperatures, upper 50s on Thursday. Sunny skies all the way up until Saturday. And then check out Saturday and Sunday, low 70s out there. Not bad. Then we see some additional shower chances as we head into Sunday, and this next system brings us more rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and also starts to make us a little cooler. Not awful, but it will bring us back down to some unseasonably cool temperatures. But at least for right now, we're not looking at any significant severe weather across the area or in our forecast. We're looking pretty good as we start to wrap up the week. We just got to get through this jury day today, and it's not going to be bad heading into the weekend.
Absolutely. Pretty good. Sounds pretty great with the weather that we had yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was certainly rough, and I know I've been just keeping an eye on things and taking a look at what they're seeing in terms of storm reports. I imagine a survey crew will be out to Carthage sometime this week to make a full assessment as to whether or not it was straight line winds or maybe a weak tornado. So we'll keep you updated.
Yes, thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making easy chicken bubble bake in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, Howard is showing us the recipe for easy chicken bubble bake in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
Today, I'm so excited to share a new recipe that we just came up with. It's a spin-off of an old-fashioned pot pie, but with a trendy twist. And the best part, it's weeknight easy and downright comforting. Let me show you. We start by combining a couple cans of cream of chicken soup along with some milk and a few spices, stirring it till it's smooth. To that, we add a package of frozen broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, along with some cooked rotisserie chicken that we've shredded. Once that's mixed, we pour it into a baking dish and pop it in the oven. While that's heating up, we cut a package of refrigerated biscuits into quarters and toss them with some butter. Next, we'll top the casserole with the biscuits and back into the oven it goes for a few more minutes. When the top is golden brown and the filling is bubbling hot, it's ready to serve. Let me tell you, this is one simple way to make a tasty pot pie that certainly will grab everyone's attention. Why not go to MrFood.com and get the recipe for our easy chicken bubble bake so you can shake up your dinner with a one-pan meal that's a thumbs-up winner. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a new comforting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, so again, chilly today, breezy, windier tomorrow. Wind gust up to 40, but a little warmer and sunnier. Nice heading into Saturday, 70s by the weekend. More showers Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and temps cool back a little as we head into next week. But between tomorrow and this weekend, we're going to warm up. It's going to look pretty decent, get an opportunity to clear up and dry out a little.
We deserve it after yesterday.
For sure.
And Dowdy up for us tonight.
A lot coming up at 5. For starters, today is World Autism Day, and experts are trying to raise awareness that autism in young girls is often overlooked. We're going to learn about why this is happening and what parents should know. Plus, we're going to take a closer look at the damage in Carthage, Missouri after last night's severe storms hit parts of the 4 states. And it's election day in Missouri and in Oklahoma. We're going to hear from voters around the area and see how last night's storms impacted the voter turnout at the polls. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up today. KOAM News at 5.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dow. Well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.